rare adventures of Biggles.
Making sure they're thoroughly concealed, Pat and Wang Ling moved to within a few yards of the barbed wire fence surrounding the International Brigade camp. A movement near the sentry hut see a group of Chinese soldiers manning a machine gun hidden from the camp. A moment later there is another movement, this time of men crawling through a narrow opening in the wire. It is an attempt to escape, but the soldiers are waiting and pour their fire into the defenseless prisoners. Not long before this, Ian Ross had wandered into his sleeping hut. It was empty, except for Joe Clutson.
I've been waiting for you. Where you been?
Oh, just wandering around. Anything wrong with that?
Yeah, plenty. I told you in the mess hut the break was on tonight. The other guys were already down the fence.
I'm not going.
That's what you think, buddy. The other guys we told about this, they thought would be safe. We aren't taking any chances. All those who know are coming with us.
Look, we've had this out before, Joe. I'm not interested in blabbing about what you're doing. I say good luck to you, but I'm not going while Ginger's away.
Now, what does he matter? Leave him to look after himself.
No. We came into this together and we'll go out the same way. Look, if the other fellows are waiting, hadn't you better hurry?
Only wait while George Watson cuts the wire. Stole a pair of pliers, he could do it.
Well, they might be through by now.
Yeah, he might. Oh, get going.
Oh, look, how many times have I got to tell you I'm not
Get going, I said get going.
Look, you can stay here arguing if you like. It's you that's being affected, not me.
Okay, then you asked for it. Buddy, take your hands off me. You're coming with me, pal.
Oh, fear I'm not. And you'll go with a thickie here in a minute.
Joe, what is all the waiting? The wire is cut. Watson says he can delay no longer.
Listen, Pierre, help me with this galoot. He says he's staying behind.
The others, they will not wait. Already they will be passing through the wire.
What?
Machine gun.
Hi, it's a machine gun.
No. It's our guys. They've seen him coming through.
Oh, look, I'm sorry about this, Joe.
A machine gun at that range. They'll be cut to pieces.
What good fortune for us. At first I was going to remain with the others, Joe. Then I decided to come for you. I saved my life with that.
Yeah, what about these other guys? What about their lives? Come on, we can... I'll see, this makes everything perfect.
Well, well, well. You guys are running late for the party, aren't you?
Sergeant Malone, whatever do you mean?
I wouldn't be funny if I were you, Clutson. The last won't be on your side after tonight's effort.
What happens outside, Sergeant? We hear a machine gun.
If you'd gone out a second sooner, you'd have heard some shrieks. Dying shrieks. As your buddies were cut down. If you guys hadn't wasted time in here, you'd have been cut down with them.
How many did you kill?
Enough. The others are being marched over to the prison hut. But they're 3 short, so start working.
But Sergeant, we were not in the escape. You see for yourself, we stay here in the hut.
As far as I'm concerned, you're all in it. Get going.
You're wrong, Malone. And Rossi had nothing to do with it. Trying to talk him into it, and he heard the gun. He wouldn't have any.
I've told you guys to get going. If you'd like a bullet to make you move faster, you can have it.
Oh, look, forget about me, Joe. I'll face whatever's coming with the rest of you.
Just one question, Malone. There isn't usually a machine gun out there. How come one is so handy tonight?
Ever heard of a tip-off?
Someone squeal, huh? A dirty rat!
No, no one would
Get
dare.
going, all of you.
Do you wish to wait here longer, Miss Pat?
I wish we could see those bodies over there.
That is impossible. We should be seen by the soldiers. And it is no sight for a woman. Already you have watched too much unpleasantness.
I tried terribly hard to recognize Ginger and Ross, but it was all so confused when the gun opened up.
It was brutal. And I think better you should not recognize your friend.
But I must know.
Tomorrow we shall know. Tomorrow Wang Ling shall find a means of entering the compound.
Do you think you'll be able to?
There will be a way of doing it. But I must speak with those in the village. Now, please, Miss Pat, you must turn from that side of death and come with me.
If Ginger's lying there...
Tomorrow we shall discover those facts required by Inspector Bigglesworth, and we shall learn what there is to know of your friends. So come. It is better that you do.
Are you sure you wouldn't like me to man one of the guns, old trout? We lissies will feel most frightfully empty-handed if anyone pops at us.
If there's anyone that's sure to shoot at us, Bertie, one gun won't make much difference. I'll simply turn the kite to sea and take off as quickly as I can.
Oh, well, even the old Biggles bird can't take off as quickly as popping shells.
What are you so jittery about? You came in yesterday to check on the bay, didn't you? You told me I was an ass to leave the kite out in the swell.
Oh, we lissies wouldn't be so rude, old bean. Idiot was the word. But somehow this morning it doesn't feel as safe as it did yesterday. We might have missed some horrible bolshy 99-pounder hidden in that scrub, you know. We lissies aren't infallible.
There's a pencil and pad beside you, Bertie. Will you write that down?
Write what down?
That you aren't infallible. Unless they see it in black and white, the others won't believe you admitted it.
Oh, look here. Oh, by Jove, look, you just cease burbling bosh, old trout, and keep your eyes on the belly shore. In case you hadn't noticed, we're going into the bay.
I'd noticed. Well, there aren't any shells crashing into us yet, Bertie.
It does seem quiet enough, doesn't it?
Of course it's quiet. Nobody here but us. The water's dead calm, so we'll settle for this as our anchorage.
How do you think they'll go, Biggles? Pat and Wang Lung?
Perfectly well, I hope.
Well, so do I, by jingo. If the old sod's jumped back by tomorrow night, I'm going to scoot into that scrub so belly fast that even Harriet will find it hard to keep up with me.
I'm hoping it won't come to that. If they stick to their business of picking up information, we shouldn't have to go after them.
Oh, yeah, by Jove, yes, but will they? I mean to say, suppose they see a chance to grab old Ginger and Ian Ross. You wouldn't want them to turn that up, would you?
If it would endanger themselves, I'd much rather they did. They went in on a reconnaissance. Ginge and Ian Ross can look after themselves until we are ready to rescue them.
Yeah, well, that's the question worrying the Lissy Noddle. Can those poor blighters look after themselves? By Jove, I'd love to know what's going on inside that camp.
You'll know when Pat and Wang Ling come back. Now stop worrying about Ginge and Ross and drop the anchor. We've a long wait ahead of us here.
I'm sorry you're lined up here, Ian. We should be free like those skunks who didn't know about the break.
I'd have myself labelled yellow. Look, I haven't gone over to the other side, Joe. My place is here in front of the Commandant's office with the rest of you.
Yeah, but there's so many guns on, though. Some we don't know about. We only find that swine that ratted on us.
Yeah.
Do not speak like that, Joe. Not here by the office. If there's more trouble, it will be worse for us.
You're the people in the trouble. When we find a squealer, we gill you.
Well, that little job you can give to me. I'd welcome a bullet after the pleasure of croaking that squealer.
Quiet. Malone is coming out.
Okay. Clutson and Ross, you're first. The Commandant has some cute little questions for you guys.
Malone, won't you listen to reason about Ross? He wasn't in on this
Inside,
break.
sucker.
So, you again, Clutson. When do you come before me one time too many? You know, the last time.
That'd suit me just fine.
Don't be smart in front of the Commandant.
Don't worry, Malone. I'm not smart, not like you and that other squealer rep that last time.
No, Sergeant, wait. I'm interested to hear what he has to say about the squealer, as they call him.
What do you think I'm gonna say? We kiss him on both cheeks and then pat him on the head? Good men died last night, others wounded. And we'll find the guy that caused it. Then he'll croak. Just like Malone will croak one day.
Indeed? Ross, I have heard you brought in with Clutson, but you, of course, are in a different category. You did excellent work for us last night.
See that again?
I shall speak to you in the moment, Clutson. Quiet. First, I wish to thank Ross for his assistance in the smashing of these attempted escape.
What? My assistance?
You rat! You yellow double-crossing squealing rat!
Clutson lurches furious at Ian, hands grasping for his throat. Why is the commandant labeled Ian the traitor? What will happen when the other prisoners hear of this? Listen for thrills in the next chapter of The Air Adventures of Biggles.
The Air Adventures of Biggles.
A group of angry men wait outside the office of the commandant at Clutson. They are the survivors of the attempted escape from the compound the night before. They know that their escape would have succeeded if one of their number had not turned traitor and reported the plan. Now they're waiting to be questioned and then punished. Ian, Ross and Clutson are the first to be called in. At first, Malone is brutal and domineering, but the commandant stops him, striking Clutson. The Russian turns to Ian and thanks him for his assistance in smashing the escape.
You're that squealer! You dirty rat! You dirty double-crossing rat!
Malone, I don't stop him.
Kill him! I'll kill him!
Okay, calm down, bright
Let me
boy.
get at him!
Or maybe you'll get killed.
Joe, it wasn't me. I didn't squeal.
Oh, you're a clever young man, Ross. Of course, it is your own affair what you say to Clutson and his friends. But I wish you to know that I am pleased with you.
You know I didn't say anything. I haven't been near this place. I haven't spoken to Serge Malone.
Of course you haven't, sonny boy. I didn't hear a word about last night. It was just luck that machine gun was there in time. Kick me, would you, Clutson?
That was just for the pleasure of it. Okay, you can let me go now. Won't be any murder here. He'll keep.
You realize he is favored from now? He has favoritism now. He has helped us in the great work.
You lying devil. I haven't helped you. I've done nothing.
Malone, it would be wise for you to take Rose back to his hut. I wish to question the other men. See that he is kept clear of them until we are ready.
Okay, Commandant.
Now, Clutson, there are certain further details of last night's affair that I wish to know.
Well, how did you like the bedtime story, sonny boy?
What's it all about, Malone? Why did the commandant say I blabbed it?
Didn't you?
Well, you know I didn't. I've had nothing to do with this break, either for or against it. Someone squealed about it, no doubt, but it wasn't me.
Of course you haven't, sonny boy, but it was a smart trick, wasn't it, eh? A real smart trick. Yes, sirree. Clutson thinks it was, pal, see?
Oh, look, because of all those dirty lies, he'll pass it on to the others and they'll all think that I'm a traitor.
You're dead right there, son.
Malone, but they'll kill me for that. They're saying now they're going to kill the squealer.
Yeah, I heard him.
And the commandant's turned it onto me, but why?
You know what scapegoat means, don't you?
You mean I'm going to take the blame for this?
Well, someone's got to die. The commandant likes to have someone die when things go wrong, you know.
But why me? Why didn't they pick the real squealer and expose him?
It's time you grew up, sonny boy, because you haven't got much time left. Amongst those suckers, there's a guy working for us. After last night's showdown, the mob's going to be looking for him so they can slit his throat. Well, we're getting in first, see? We're handing them you instead.
So they'll slit my throat?
Yeah. That'll make them happy. They'll think they've found the squealer and they'll stop looking for him. The next time someone tries to be smart, we'll know about it again, see? Just like we did last time.
But that's a rotten trick.
Yeah, isn't it? Be smart, sonny boy. Real smart. Very smart indeed, I think, don't you? Very smart.
Look, you won't get away with this. When the others come back to the hut, I'll tell them. Then we'll find the real squealer. I'll help them.
Think they'll believe you?
Of course they will. I'll tell them everything you've told me.
Yeah, and I'll laugh at you. You're in the fat, sonny boy, and you'll soon start to fry.
I hope no one suspects us, Wang Ling. I feel dreadfully nervous now we're actually inside the compound.
There is no need for fear. The soldiers required the men from the village to mend the broken wire of the fence. I offered myself, and I brought my wife to do the heavy work. That is correct and normal in China.
I think you were very clever to grasp the opportunity, Wang. Although I wish we were working anywhere but this spot, where all those men were killed last night.
It gained us entry to the compound. Let us be thankful for that. Now I must start my work or the soldiers will become suspicious.
Wang! That man strolling across there.
Yes?
That's Ian Ross. You saw the photograph Biggles had of him, didn't you?
Ian Ross. You are right. Miss Pat, I am going to move close to him as if I am picking something from the ground. Then I shall suggest that he come closer so we may talk.
Hurry, Wang. Bring him down before the soldiers notice.
Yes. Now we learn all that we wish to know.
And we'll tell him that we're here to help him. He and Ginge must have been breaking their hearts waiting for word of help. Bring him, Wang. Quickly.
He's here. He's sitting in the hut waiting for us.
Right. Doing my daddy's shroud,
No, you don't, Hans.
Yeah, I do.
That pleasure's gonna be mine.
Oh, no.
So you even had the gall to wait for us, Ross, huh? I thought you'd be skulking behind Malone's coattails.
It's all right, Joe.
All right, is it? 5 men are killed last night. 3 were wounded. The rest are gonna be flogged. You say it's all right.
I know what you're thinking,
Don't
but
waste time with the talk, Joe. Cut his throat. I got the razor.
No, this isn't gonna be a razor job. I'm gonna use my 2 hands. I'm gonna choke the life out of him till he's as dead as George Watson and the other guys.
But wait, do it quickly. Soon Sergeant Malone will come back and then perhaps we shall be stopped.
Where is Sergeant Malone?
He's with the commandant. You needn't think you can squeal to him for help.
I don't want to squeal. I want to tell you something before he comes back.
Get it! We got work to do.
Shut up, can't you? This is important. I've got news for you that Malone mustn't hear. But I'm warning you, there is a squealer amongst you, and we've got to find him as soon as I've told you all this.
You are a squealer. Kill him, Joe.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's hear what he has to say.
No, it is a trick.
Pipe down, can't you?
There's going to be a rescue. I've had word through a coolie that friends of mine are coming to rescue me. That means you'll all go free too.
Ross, who is this coolie?
A chap who came in to mend the wire. Now, I can't tell you anymore because it would be dangerous.
Yeah, rescue here. You is it that can rescue us in Manchuria. You tell me exactly how it is to be done, and I believe you.
But why should I tell you particularly, Pierre?
Pourquoi? Because I want to know. You talk like this so you won't die. I want to know if you tell the truth.
You want to know so you can squeal about it to the commandant?
No!
Listen, lads! Listen! Malone told me that I was the scapegoat. I was to be handed over to you so that the real squealer could go free. Malone and the Commandant want him to stay alive so that he can squeal again. Next time there's a chance to escape.
No, it is a trick. Come, we kill him now. He is a squealer.
Who is it that wants to know about my friends? And who wasn't at the wire when the guns opened up?
That's right.
Aye, Joe Clutson and me, but Pierre too.
Yeah, that's right. He was too.
It's Pierre. He's the squealer.
No!
It is a lie. Get him.
Lock that door! Lock that door! He's
Bertie! Bertie, for heaven's sake, cut out that row.
Row is scarcely the word, old trout. I'm trying old Harriet out to see if her purity of tone is still unimpaired. The old darling becomes fretful and goes off the note if I don't exercise her occasionally.
If you don't stop at once, I'll toss both you and Harriet into the drink.
Oh, well, if the old blight is going to be belligerent, Harriet, let's cut him. We'll treat him with ignore and maintain a frigid silence.
It's bad enough hanging around in this desolate hole without listening to that caterwauling.
I say, by Jove, baked potatoes.
What? What's up? Hello.
Hello's right, by Jove. Listen, Biggles, that's a kite coming.
I'll hop over to the hatch. May be able to see it.
Well, what about it, old trout? Any sign?
It's a fair way off. But there's no question. It's a Russian.
By Jove, that's jolly good aircraft recognition, old bean, but apart from that, I mean to say it's dashed awkward. I mean to say, dash it all, if the jolly old Rusky sees our kite in the bay, we'll be somewhat in the soup, what?
More than that, Bertie. You can say quite literally, we'll be sunk.
As Biggles and Bertie racked their brains for a way of escape, the Russian machine drones closer. Can the enemy pilot miss seeing the big flying boat? Will she be attacked if he does? Listen again for the excitement in the next chapter of The Air Adventures of Biggles.
The Air Adventures of Biggles.
While Pat and Wang Ling make their reconnaissance of Clutson, Biggles and Bertie wait in the big flying boat on the coast. Inaction at this vital stage is hard to take. But during the second day, excitement comes flying over the horizon. It is a plane coming from the west. Biggles quickly identifies it as a Russian.
This is somewhat very awkward, Albine. The blight is liable to see us in broad daylight.
I know, and he won't like seeing a British kite in Manchurian waters.
Well, I say, look, there's the turret gun. Perhaps I could let fly at him with that if he gets nasty.
No. I want to avoid a scrap if possible.
But sizzling sausages, old trout. We aren't going to let the blighter sink us without some sort of a squeal.
He won't sink us. Bertie, pull up the anchor.
Oh, going for a joyride, what?
We're not going to stay here and be shot up. At least we can maneuver in the air.
What about the donks? They'll be pretty cold.
They'll warm up a bit while you're reefing up the anchor.
Roger, she's all yours, Elbean. You can take off whenever your motors are right.
They'll have to do as they are. You see where the other bloke is?
Baked potatoes.
Squirt in the juice, old sausage, or he'll be squirting in the belly lead.
You see what he's doing, Bertie? Keep me posted, will you?
He spotted us. No blinking doubt of that. His course was a trifle north of us. Now he's definitely oozing this way.
Will he reach us before we take off?
It'll be a close thing. I shouldn't dawdle, old bean. I definitely shouldn't dawdle.
I shan't.
You're ahead of him, Biggles. But he's within range now. Think I'd better toddle aft and pot at him with the tail gun?
No, we'll let him open fire first. This is neutral territory. And if a scrap starts, we'll let Russia start it.
Yes, but hadn't I better be ready, just in case? I mean to say, we can let him have first shot, but there's no harm in whacking in a good swift second one, what?
Not yet. I want to see what he has in mind first. I'm going to bank Bertie. Watch his reaction.
Roger. People's working overtime, old bean. He's burbling round too. I've an idea the blighter wants to come closer before opening up.
It's funny that he hasn't had a crack yet. He's well within range now.
Baked potatoes, yes. He's only a few yards away. He's coming past, Biggles. Your side.
I see him. Bertie, turn your head away.
What for?
Do as I say at once. Don't let him see your face.
Oh, well, if you say so.
It's all right now. He's ahead of us.
I wonder why the blighter zoomed past without potting at us.
If he'd wanted a scrap, he could have had one long ago. But he just wanted to come close enough to see into the cockpit.
Sizzling sausages. You mean the bally rattlesnake wanted to see us?
I should think so. And he's apparently satisfied with what he saw. He's not bothering to come back.
No, he's whizzing inland quite cheerfully now.
Towards Kratzen.
Biggles, there's something rattling about in your old brain box. There's that look in your eye. Now come on, what gives, old trout?
The bloke in that Russian kite saw our plane in the bay. He came close to investigate, see who we were. Now he's off as fast as he can go for Kratzen.
Undoubtedly. And he'll probably be most rude about a couple of trespassers he saw across here. But where do we go from there?
We're heading back to the bay to put down.
Where he spotted us?
Yes. We shan't be there long. You'll put me ashore and then you'll hop back to Pusan for Alger and Gimlet's team. You'll bring them back here and send them straight through on foot to Kratzen. We're going to finish this operation as soon as possible.
Oh, it sounds delightful, positively enthralling. But, what'll you be doing while I'm burbling up and down Korea?
I'll hurry through to Kratzen as fast as I can make it. I'll make contact with Pat and Wang Ling on the way and line up the stunt, ready to hop straight in when the boys arrive. You can tell Gimlet I'll make contact with him somewhere on the direct compass bearing from the bay to Kratzen. Okay?
Oh, perfectly. But I still don't see why the sudden change. We're going to plan the jolly old nonsense when Pat and Wang Ling came back with their information.
There's no time for that now. If the bloke in that plane recognized us, he'll raise the alarm as soon as he hits Kratzen. That means we'll have to act at once.
But he didn't recognize us. We turned our faces from him.
There's one man who might have recognized us, Erich von Stalhein.
Bill, I've been thinking about these broadcasts.
Well, you'd better think about them, Algy. Seems to me they're the only way you'll track down your pal Ginger.
That's it. Biggles flew north for only the one broadcast, yet we've heard him twice since the Scorpion left.
Each time from a different location in North Korea.
Yes. What does that suggest to you?
No one ever called Bill Jamison a good intelligence cove, but I'd say it means one of two things. Either they're flying Ginger from one transmitter to another.
Why should they do that?
Well, I'm telling you what I think, not why they're doing it. Well, the other possibility is that he's operating from one of these mobile broadcasting units, you know, a studio and transmitter both mounted on a big truck.
That's more like it. I can't see why they'd have powerful transmitters all over North Korea, but this mobile business gels.
It'd make it a bit awkward for you, wouldn't it? It'd be a darn sight easier to find him if he stayed in one place.
But we can still find him. I'm going to do it, Bill. Where's this Aussie squadron of yours now?
Well, the 77 boys, well, they're operating from Sioux 1 at the moment, just south of Seoul.
Would it take long to fly to enemy territory from there?
No, you could flip to any part of North Korea in a few hours.
Then I'm going to Sioux 1. I want to be with your squadron by the time Ginger's broadcast comes over.
Just like that, eh?
Why not? It takes about an hour before information comes in, pinpointing the position of the transmitter, doesn't it?
Yeah, about that.
Allow another 2 hours for me to fly from Suwon to that position.
Yeah.
Now, a heavy truck won't travel far in 3 hours, not in terms of flying distance.
Well, all right, so you find the truck. What are you going to do then?
I haven't worked that out yet. I might bail out or put down if it's possible. I'd have to discuss it with the pilot who was flying me.
Oh, well, we could come to some arrangement about that.
Hmm?
I'm a pretty easy bloke to get on with, you know.
You?
Yeah, why not? In case you're worried, I'll have you know I can fly as well as the next bloke.
Oh, yes, of course, I know that. But you're a liaison officer.
All right. I'll liaise with you up over North Korea. Gimlet King knows his way around Busan. He can look after himself till Biggles get back.
Well, it'd be grand if you could work it, Bill.
Well, I'm pretty good at working things. Might even scrounge a helicopter out of the Yanks for a few days. Got a few contacts down there.
By jingo, if you could. A helicopter could land me anywhere.
Yeah, and also a helicopter could take off your mate when you've grabbed him. Yeah, let me see. A helicopter, bit of cooperation from the boys of 77, a nice clear night. Yeah, she'll be right, you find.
Now it grows dark, Miss Pat. We must be careful of the ground. This is the marshy area we are passing through.
Yes, I remember it from when we came out. I don't think it was far from here that I nearly walked into the swamp.
It could be most dangerous if we did that at night. And it is most important that we waste no time in returning to the flying boat.
No, you're quite right. We must get the information back to Biggles. But this track is fairly clear for a few miles, isn't it?
I think so.
Well, providing we keep on it, I think we should be all right.
As I remember from the outward trip, the track appeared in the open country near the coast. It crossed a range of hills, followed this valley for several miles, and then crossed the range between here and Kratzen. Miss Pat, are your eyes better than mine?
I can see very well with them, if that's what you mean.
Then look behind us to the slope of the hill. To me, it seems there are men moving down the track.
There are. It's growing so dark. I can't be sure, but I think they're Chinese soldiers.
Then we must hide. If they find us in this desolate place, they will question us.
Do you think they've seen us yet?
It is possible, but I do not think so.
All right, then. There seems to be some scrub across to the left there, near the foot of the hill. We'll make for that.
Come on. I should on, Miss Pat. It will not take them long to reach this place. We must be hidden when they pass.
Come on, then. It'll only take a minute to reach the cover.
Yes.
Wait, one. The ground's soft here. One. Oh, I'm caught.
What is it?
My feet are caught in the swamp. Help me, one. I can't move them.
Frantically, Pat tries to drag her feet from the gluey soil. Will she be free before the soldiers pass? How will Algie fare in his effort to rescue Ginger? Listen again for the thrills and excitement in the air adventures of Biggles.
rare adventures of Biggles.
After their encounter with Ian Ross, Pat and Wang Ling gather the information they require about Kratzen and start making their way back to the Flying Bird. Dusk is falling as they follow the narrow track down into the long valley. This is a dangerous area because either side of the track there are treacherous swamps. Pat and Wang are careful to keep on solid ground until they see a small group of soldiers coming from the direction of Kratzen. At this stage, they dare not be caught and questioned, so they hurry across to take cover in the nearby foothills. Pat's foot slips and she gives a cry of dismay as she is dragged into the mud.
Help me, Wang! I can't get my feet up!
Wait, Miss Pat. The ground is soft. I must find a solid place to stand while I help you.
Please hurry, Wang. I'm down to my knees, and I'm still sinking. This is like quicksand.
It is most difficult in the darkness. I must try the ground with my feet before I take a step. But do not fear. I am close to you now.
Wang! Wang, do you hear that? It's the soldiers.
Yes, they are close to us. Can you see me now, Miss Pat?
Yes, quite clearly.
Then give me your hand. The ground is spongy here, but it should hold our combined weight.
There. Sorry I can't help at all. I've nothing to grip on.
We must rely on our strength. As I pull, you relax. Any movement may drag you deeper into the swamp.
All right. I'm ready.
Good. Now!
I'm not moving at all, Wang.
Give me both of your hands.
Wang, you'll have to stop. The soldiers are very close. I can see them coming along the valley.
But we cannot leave you to sink into the mud.
I can't help that. They'll see the movement. They'll see you, Wang, unless you hide.
There is no time for me to hide.
Lie down. Throw yourself to the ground. Quickly.
Yes. That way they may not see me.
That's it. Now lie perfectly still until they pass. They've passed one. They didn't see us.
I know.
It should be safe enough in a moment for you to help me.
I cannot help you.
What do you mean? I'm still sinking, Wang.
And so am I. While I lay here, my feet sank into the ground. I dare not move them.
But you must. Try now. The men won't see you. You must get free, Wang.
It is no use. With every moment I sink deeper.
But we can't stay still and allow the swamp to drag us deeper and deeper. What can we do, Wang?
It is said that many of the marshes in these valleys are bottomless. It would seem there is nothing we can do, Miss Pat.
I'm not going to be dragged down until I drown. I'm getting out of here.
Please, Miss Pat. You must not do that. In this situation, movement without a purpose is dangerous. It forces you deeper into the mud.
Then what's going to happen to us?
Perhaps it is the end for us, in which case we must accept it quietly and without fear.
No, I won't accept it. Wang, I just saw a flame, as if a match was struck.
Where? Where did you see this, Miss Pat?
Ahead of us, along the track, in the direction the soldiers took. There's something there now.
It is a cigarette. You saw a man light a cigarette.
And he's only a few yards from us. Help! Help us quickly!
Quiet. It will be a soldier returning this way.
I don't care about that. We must get clear of this mud. Help us, please! We're caught in the swamp.
Is that you, Pat?
Biggles! Come quickly, Biggles! Get us out of this!
But take care, Inspector. Tread only on the firm ground.
I'll use my torch. Those soldiers should be out of sight now. Suffering cats. Well, you are in a mess.
We were caught while we were hiding from the soldiers. First I slipped in and then one.
You should have done what I did. Picked a nice big rock to hide behind.
We were making for some scrub. Oh, Biggles, this is the most wonderful stroke of luck.
It is fate. It was not our destiny to be drowned in the swamp.
It was neither. I came along this track to find you, and find what's happened. Now, let's get you clear of this mud, and then you can tell me everything you've discovered. There's the small matter of a prison break to be organized. And without delay.
And I have a message for all you men who are fighting in the so-called United Nations Army. But because I'm English, the message is particularly for those Englishmen in the British Commonwealth Division, in the Air Force squadrons and in the Navy.
Is that the bloke you wanted
down
to
there in South Korea?
Yes, thanks, Ted.
South Army.
That's Ginge. Okay.
It's an unfriendly
Hop
country.
over to the adjutant and see if he can pick up the dope you want. I want the exact location of the transmitter sending out that message. But I want it as soon as possible. I'll see what can be done.
And don't you let me down, Ted. I told Algy you blokes of 77 Squadron would fix anything up for him. Just to see you come back with that information.
Yeah. I'll see what can be done.
Unhappy, uncomfortable, and your friends are being killed off like flies around you. It may be your turn next, you know. It's up to you whether it is or not. You can stop this war whenever you like. If you haven't heard my other broadcasts, I'll tell you how it can be done.
My name is Ginger Heppleswaite. I used to be a member of the English Air Police. Now I'm working for the North Koreans. Because I know they're right. Good night, everyone. Well, does that satisfy you, Vladimir?
Oh, it is better, but still it's not good. Why don't you say those things like you thought they was wonderful, huh?
Because they're a pack of dirty lies, and I hate myself every time I say them. Luckily, our blokes will have too much good sense to take any notice of them.
Oh, they take notice. Soon they come across to our side reaching for the sky, as they say in the American films. Then you have other nice English over here to be your friends. You like that, no?
I like that, no. But don't worry, it won't happen. Now move off my bunk and let me get some sleep. I'm tired of broadcasting from this truck. I'm tired of communism. And I'm tired of you.
Oh, soon you'll be more tired of Korean roads. We move to new place at once.
Move? Oh, have a heart. We only arrived here a moment before the broadcast.
And we move again when she's finished. This is too close to the fighting line. We make one broadcast, then we go north. Maybe you get tired, but with Vladimir, you never get bored.
Well, this is the position Ted gave us, Algy. There's nothing there. Just the usual road running between mountain ranges.
There's certainly no broadcasting truck down there. But that road runs to the north.
And the south.
I don't think they'd take a broadcasting unit further south than this. I'd say they'd moved off to the north, Bill.
Okay. We'll move off to the north, too.
Will this flying jack-in-the-box be safe amongst the mountains?
Don't you worry, a helicopter's safe anywhere, mate. The mountain looks like hitting us, all right, we go backwards. The ground's coming up too fast, we go straight up. And if anyone tackles us from above, we go straight down. It's easy.
I'll not believe you. But I like my propeller in front of me, not on top.
Oh, you get used to it. The only thing that's worrying me, Algy, is the visibility. We can see well enough now, but there's too much cloud about to make low-level flying really comfortable.
All the more reason to press on while we can still see. Follow that road up to the north, Bill, and keep following it until we see something that looks like a broadcasting truck.
There's a truck. You see its lights?
Yes. Fly over it, and we may be able to identify it.
I don't know if the moon's strong enough for that, Algy. Glare of the headlights makes it difficult to see the truck properly.
Now, they'll be switched off in a moment. It's pulling off the road. It's stopping. That is the broadcasting truck, Bill. You can see the column where they rig up the transmitting aerial.
Yeah, maybe it is. But I wouldn't be too hopeful, Algy.
Of course I'm hopeful. Old Ginger's in that truck. In a few minutes, I'll have him out and into this helicopter.
I don't think you will. Haven't you noticed where the truck pulled up?
Good grief. All those lights. It must be a camp of some sort.
It is. I know it well. It's a big staging camp. And from the look of those lights, there are plenty of North Koreans staging there right now. You'll never pull Ginge out from that spot, Algy.
Glumly, Algy searches for an inspiration as he observes the camp beside Ginger's truck. Will he attempt the rescue now? Suppose the helicopter is seen by the North Koreans. Don't miss the thrills in the next chapter of The Air Adventures of Biggles.